Harris twins up front, but he's done a great job at that second level tonight. 2nd and 14 coming up here. Grimsley leading at 13-7. Williams sidecar left. One receiver each side, extra men on the line. Snap, low snap, back to pass. Brandon, one-on-one coverage looking for Kossi Barnes. Oh, he almost lost the man, and it's broken up last second by Ace Clements.
That's a great throw. Almost came down.
And Kossi Barnes had a huge grab similar to that one for a touchdown against Dudley earlier this year. That time just not able to hang on. Pass a little bit lower, but just enough that Clements could get his hand up and break it up. Awesome job on defense from the junior right there. So 3rd and 14 comes now. Clock stopped, 10-20. And again, you don't have to pass it here. 2-down territory, tons of pressure. Handoff to Williams in the backfield. The ball is loose and it's on the ground. And Weddington comes up with it.
And now I'm convinced that there is that something is tipping that play, that run play off to the Weddington defense.
Now Weddington showed pressure of 8 right there. Second turnover in 4 minutes now for Grimsley, and this game has been flipped on its head. All momentum's with the visitors, and the Warriors get the ball back. 10-14 to go, trailing by 6. A touchdown and an extra point would give them the lead. After what's been an abysmal night on offense, just 90 yards of total offense. Hanson sidecar left of Powell. Handoff. Pushing forward. Gain of 4.
Defense has answered all night long. We'll see if they can do it one more time.
But one of the better pushes from the Weddington line there to make this 2nd and 5. Snap quickly, handoff Anson once again. He's got nowhere to go. He's pushed back this time. It's a couple of inches past the line of scrimmage.
And that was with a late arriving Nasir Crawford coming to the line the very last minute from the sideline.
They run it at 6'4", 240, Andrew Pook Rogers. And that was a bad choice. The man did not move one bit. 4-star junior, unsigned currently. 3rd and 3, big time here, need to get up to the 44. Snap, it's a handoff, Anson working towards the sideline, and he gets the first down and a bit more.
It's a favorable spot, but it's still first down for Weddington. We got a Worley down at the 41.
It's Nasir Crawford down currently on the defensive line for Grimsley. Be a 1st and 10 at the 45 for Weddington. Huge 3rd down conversion as Weddington's offense finally finds 100 total yards.
It's kind of like the latter stages of the 3rd quarter, early part of this quarter. It's been like the football twilight zone. Just whatever can happen has happened.
They talk a lot about the last 4 minutes of the first half and the first 4 of the second half. That was advantage Grimsley. But the last 2 minutes of the 3rd quarter and the first 2 minutes of the 4th quarter been advantage Weddington enough to flip it in their momentum. They're trailing by a touchdown, but everything uneasy in the Gate City right now for the team in blue and white.
The Whirlies need to get their hands back on this football as quickly as possible without allowing a score. And I know that sounds trite, but they've got to respond here.
Again, it's blocking a back away. If that's removed, it's a 20-0 ball game right now. But instead, a pick 6 from Kossi Barnes taken off the field, and then 2 plays later, it's a fumble and a recovery and a return from KD Cotton for the Weddington Warriors in a 1-possession ball game. And then they force another turnover on what was a bad exchange between Williams and Brandon on the next drive.
One of the first things I'll do when I get home tonight is to see how far away that illegal block was on that pick 6.
Sadly, It won't matter.
It will not matter. Daryl Brown, he didn't protest to the officials at all.
No. Nasir Crawford now on his feet, gingerly walking back towards the sideline for the Whirlies. So it means you're going to see more of Tristan Wardlaw. You're going to see more of Guy Van. And of course, Jaden Wardlaw and Andrew Rogers, who really don't get much time off at all. 1st and 10 for Weddington at their own 45 left hash. It's been a terrible night for the offense. Can they pick it up when it matters most? Anson, sidecar left of Walker Powell, takes the handoff after the snap and gets greeted in the backfield. Kyrie Milner says hello. Andrew Rogers brings the greeting card there as well. Just a loss of 1. That's the fired up defense Grimsley needed to bring out of that injury timeout.
Come right out of that little timeout with a negative play, just what the doctor ordered.
2nd and 11. Powell works with Anson to his right now. Now in motion, empty backfield snap. Switch around, trying to throw it. Katie Kahn now trying to get blockers, working back to the left. Positive gain into Weddington, into Grimsley territory, and a first down, a gain of 12 on what was just a gross, nasty switch up of a play there. That should have never worked, but when you have an athlete like Katie Kahn, it sometimes does.
If that's not a Division I athlete with the ball, then that's...
8:24 to go here. 1st and 10 Weddington in Whirlies territory. Snap, stretch play, left side to Anson. Anson gets a pickup of 8.
.8:18 left.
Clock seems to have stopped working momentarily. I don't know, there's something going on in the press box. Doesn't matter here. We're gonna have a 2nd and 4 going on. 2 receivers left side, 1 to the right. It's Perino in the game now at the backfield. Snap, handoff to the junior. He works to the right side, gets past the first level, gets a first down, down towards the 30.
And now the Weddington rushing game starting to make some progress.
This is the best the Weddington offense has looked all night long. The added wrinkle of just getting KD Cotton involved no matter how you can. I mean, he's been the biggest player tonight for the Warriors. In training camp, they didn't even know this was a possibility. High school football, you're ridiculous. 3 receivers left side. Snap, Powell hands it off. Working up the middle, take it down. Jaden Wardlaw. The DN has been fantastic all year long.
Slipped right off his block and made the contact, and that was tremendous contact.
He's not like most other DNs. He's a little bit smaller, a little bit quicker, almost a running back like builds. But he is just so hard to defend against on that line. Pushes it back to a 2nd and 10, no gain on that first down play. Weddington rushing to get set, 10 on the play clock. Snap, Kahn in at the Wildcat quarterback, up the middle, picks up a couple. A gain of about 4 there. Nearing midway through this 4th quarter, Weddington with the ball trailing 13-7.
3rd and 5.
Manley will be wide out right, Cotton wide out left. Powell works with Anson to his left hip. The senior looking to the sideline. 12 seconds on the play clock. Anson moves right. Nope. Powell says back to the left, buddy. Snap. Play action looking. Cotton wide open. First down into the red zone. And out near the 10, as that's a Wealth Guardians first down.
I thought that was going to go for naught, and that it was wide open. Cotton kind of slipped into an empty pocket down the far sideline.
Yeah, it's a tough place to just leave a super ultra talented guy wide open. So first and goal comes from the 10. Left hash is where the Weddington Warriors have it. Hanson sidecar left, one receiver each side. Handoff to the senior. He pushes forward down at the 6.
Is there a flag down?
There must be. They whistle it. There is, in fact, a flag down on the far side.
Okay.
That goes against Weddington. Illegal procedure there. Didn't see really anything proceeding, but nonetheless a flag against Weddington. Now the Grimsley sideline trying to get back into this ball game. First and goal comes from the 15 now. This changes the playbook quite a bit. Two receivers left side, one to the right. Manley by himself, one-on-one coverage against Ramir Harris-Dupree. Brody Hanson, the senior. Sidecar right of Walker Powell. Looking at the sideline, 5 on the clock, 4 on the clock, 3 on the clock. It's a 2, it's 1. Snaps it last second, high snap and a handoff. And that won't really go anywhere. Grimsley shows pressure and it works out in the Whirly's favor. Second and goal from the 14 now.
Weddington being patient on offense. I'm sure they're not real anxious to give the ball back to Faison Brandon if need be.
Whirly's with 3 timeouts left. Weddington with 2. 4 down territory for Weddington in this type of situation. 2 receivers right side, Conn by himself to the left. Hanson sidecar left, man in motion across the line, snap, back to pass. Powell looking downfield, rolling to the right, now launching it. Ramir Harris-Dupree is out of bounds. But he caught that ball. So incompletion. And luckily, Ramir Harris-Dupree is out of bounds as he comes down with it, because Walker Powell just threw a bad decision ball.
He should have aimed it more towards the Emerge Ortho tent. If you're going to get it, try and throw it out of bounds.
I mean, there was one guy kind of in the area. That was a throwaway. It was a bad one. 3rd and goal from the 14 here. Receiver in front of receiver each side. Back to pass right off the line. Powell steps up. He takes off. And Jaden Wardlaw hits him at the 8. 4th and goal coming up in a big-time play as we near 5 minutes left in this regional championship game.
What do the Whirlies have for an answer here?
Receivers left side, and now a timeout from Darryl Brown. 4:43 to go. It's 4th and goal coming up. 7 yards out for the Weddington Warriors, trailing by 6 points. This is what we hoped for.
Yes, this is definitely one of the candidates for game of the year in the area, and I still can't wrap my head around, with all the success on the ground that Weddington has started to have in the second half, do they run it here?
4th and goal, 7 yards out. I don't think you can. I think this Grimsley front 7 is too good to run against here. If you're 3 yards out, 4 yards out, maybe. By the way, Nasir Crawford changing his jersey number from 95 to 52. I don't know if that's something to do with what's going to go on in this next offensive drive, or there was an issue with the jersey. Only time will tell. We got a 4th down. Who cares about that? 4:43 to go. Offenses have come a little bit more alive. Weddington with nearly 100 yards here in the 4th quarter alone on offense after struggling all night long. Katie Conn, defensive back, with the lone touchdown for Weddington so far. 4th 4th and goal, Walker Powell leads his offense back out there. The senior of Brody Anson to his right. One receiver in front of the other, just 2 yards off the line either side for the Warriors. Manley now shifts out to the right side, one-on-one coverage for him. Powell calls for the ball, rolling out to the right. They're gonna go to Manley if they can. Powell throws it, out of bounds. No one in the area, incomplete. Turnover on downs. Worley stop on defense.
I was wondering if the Whirlies were going to bring pressure. They brought pressure, forced a quick sprint out to the right, and then airmail towards the goal post. First down, Whirlies, 4:37 to play.
They look for a long developing play. Cotton goes from left across the right field. And they have Manley who takes a step from the right side to go towards that outpost and then cuts across the middle. I think if Manley swirls out there towards the right pylon, they have a throw that's at least catchable. But instead, it's an incomplete pass across the middle and a turnover on downs. Grimsley with the ball, 4:37 to go. Gonna try to milk the clock, leading 13-7 with a state championship date on the line.
This has just been a tremendous battle, especially in the second half. If you love defense, and I love defense, then you loved the first half. The second half has just been, at times, borderline comedy of errors, but
important note here, we saw a lot of punts in the first half, tons of them. Not a single punt in the second half. You have touchdown, then interception, then field goal, then interception, then fumble return for touchdown, then fumble, then turnover on downs.
Mike Fanning is a machine.
Big
Thank
shout
you,
out
Mike.
to our producer and arguably more importantly, our statistician tonight. He's elevated this broadcast the last couple of weeks. We appreciate everyone who jumps on during the playoffs to help make these calls as good as possible. If only my vocal cords could jump on a little bit stronger.
You're hanging in there just like the Whirlies defense, man. You're doing all right.
4:37 to go, and this is where Grimsley has to play Grimsley football. I think that's ultra important. You go ahead and you run it no matter what.
I love my telephone at this time of year. I still get text message all the time from unnamed football coaches around the area, and their commentary is hilarious. And I think that there's one in particular that's offended by saying offenses have come alive in a 13-7 game.
You know, it's fair. They've made mistakes while coming alive. Shoemake on the sideline with the athletic trainer next to him. It looks like Ty's night is done. It'll be Michael Williams drive as he's sidecar left to Faison Brandon. Snap. Brandon, keeper, working out to the left, gets away. Stiff arm from the Harris twin, but ends up being tackled after a gain of just one. It's Drew Harris that he shoved to the ground. Before coming in was Caden Sheely with the tackle from the safety position.
2 timeouts left still for the Warriors.
Grimsley going to be in no rush. So this clock will tick under 4 minutes remaining here before Grimsley ever puts set on running the play. Play clock at a dozen. Grimsley leading 13-7. Snap, handoff, Williams greeted right away. And it's a loss of about a yard from Michael Williams. JP, do you even dare throw this on third down?
If I've got Faison Brandon as my quarterback, I do.
Here's the interesting part. They have Cassie Barnes coming in for DJ Howerton. I would think you'd want the 6'4 tight end in on this 3rd and 11 here. This clock will tick down under 3:15 before it's ever snapped. Whirlies hanging on 13-7. Back against their own end zone. Need to get to the 18-yard line. Now a timeout from Coach Brown as the play clock hits 0.
And that's a smart play because apparently Andy Capone was not interested in using his timeouts yet.
Faison Brandon just 6 of 17 for 80 yards. It's been the Ty Shoemake show in the second half. 17 carries, 143 yards, and a touchdown. But he goes down on that last drive with an injury, and he's sitting by himself on the bench, helmet off. It looks like his evening is over. Heartbreaking to see for the sophomore who has been otherworldly throughout the year, to say the least. So second timeout used in the half for the Whirlies. They're down to 1. Weddington has 2. 3:11 to go in the ball game in the 7A West Regional Championship.
Do they, theoretically, the Whirlies need what? 1 first down? And if you're a coach, yeah, they need 1 first down and then on to the next one. But
1 makes it really hard. 2 seals this thing up. I gotta wonder, 4th straight year these two match up. How many years has this taken off Coach Brown and Coach Capone's life? They've all been like this. This one, the defensive specialty tonight, 13-7. Snap back to pass. Brandon, 3 receivers right side, going one-on-one. Cassie Barnes corrals it in. First down at the 42. What a catch.
what an amazing grab. Great coverage by the defensive back on Cassie Barnes, but great concentration, great hands, and went up and got the catch for his team.
Barnes has played on offense 3 games this year. He is a quarterback committed to South Carolina, but he can do it all. He pinpoints that ball. Faison Brandon with confidence down the left side in one-on-one coverage. 2 receivers right side, a H-back to the left. Micah Williams, sidecar left, snap, handoff to the senior, pushing forward, and now taken backwards. Clock will tick under 2.5, and now Coach Capone, you gotta use your timeouts.
And he is not.
Well, you can wait 1 more, I guess.
This is quite the gamble. The Whirlies happen to break 1 for a first down here.
No gain, no loss. Whirlies will work with Hudson Cooper, left side, 2 receivers to the right. Michael Williams, sidecar right. Howardson in as a tight end off the right of the line. Snap, handoff, Williams. Pushes to the left and taken down by defensive tackle Aiden Harris. Now, timeout, Eddie Capone and the Weddington Warriors. Grimsley trying to go back-to-back regional championships.
I got a shiny penny that says third down ends up with Faison running it.
I do feel like where you are now, you do run this ball. The difference is you're going to put Weddington in a tough spot. If you punt it away, it would be decent field position in that last third down situation. So I do think you keep this on the ground and you play it safe. A little bit of light rain coming in now in the final 2 minutes. Right on cue. What did this ball game need? A little bit of rain. It's getting muddy in the last 2 minutes.
And I was trying to figure out, Mike was giving me the audible. And yeah, it's starting to come down earlier than expected here in Greensboro, and that's exactly what I told my folks as I was leaving to come to the game. I was like, it will start while I'm still in Greensboro.
And that's why we play the game tonight, while it's just rain instead of something more serious. 1:54 left here in this ball game. A 3rd and 10. A first down into Weddington territory. In a lot of ways ends this ball game. Michael Williams sidecar left. Cayenne Battle and DJ Howardson off the line. Quarterback keeper Brandon working to the left. He's got some pluckers into Weddington territory. Is it gonna be enough? Where will they spot it? It's right at the line.
Cayenne Battle gave a great block at midfield. It's going to come up just short.
It's going to come up 5 yards short. They call him stepping out at the 47-yard line.
I could not see that. I could not see it because of the sideline. Our view is obstructed at this angle.
Wow. That also saves a timeout for Weddington. So Weddington to get the ball back with 1:49 left here. Wow.
And that's the last time out, I think.
Yeah, Coach Brown uses the last time out as it's Cassie Barnes late to get onto the punt unit there. Wow.
What else can we see tonight? You know what? I'm not going to ask.
It will be proven that we can see a lot more.
There's a lot of time left in this one.
The Weddington. One last opportunity, and it's going to be on the hands of the offense. And the way this game's gone, I really feel like you got to find ways to get Katie Cotton the ball. Be John Manley to return it.
In my heart, I'm going to pick Manley as my, the Weddington side MVP just for his toughness. But Katie Cotton has been just the difference maker for Weddington tonight.
Katie Cotton's scoop and score is the reason they're in this game. He's made some impossible plays on offense as well.
He made something out of nothing on that little pass over to the far side just a few minutes ago.
Weddington's going to send a 10 after this punt. Maybe 9. They'll play a little bit safe. Hugh Mantle ready to boot it back to the Warriors. Low snap picked up off the turf. Barely gets it away. Miraculous stuff from the junior. Out of bounds inside the 15. And of course, that's Aiden Harris. Harris nearly gets to it as that snap was low from Drew Searles, and picking it up off the grass is the punter and Chase Humantle.
He was actually too far into the play, ahead of the play. He's going to be seeing that in his sleep tonight.
So 141 for this Weddington offense. They start at the right hash, 24.
Reidsville has won 23-21.
Now let's claim a 7A West Regional Championship. Touchdown and an extra point gives Weddington the lead and likely the ball game. Anson sidecar left, 3 receivers left side, snap and rolling out that way is Powell. Powell looking, now dancing, and now taken down. Drew Searles on the sack.
Forced deep in their own territory to get outside the personality of this offense.
Weddington going quick, no timeout called yet. Back behind the 20 at the 19, a loss of 5. Snap, 2 receivers each side. Quick pass, right side, broke it up. Looking for John Manley. It's Patrick Carter putting his mitts on this matchup in the 4th quarter once again. Huge catch offensively last year to help seal it. Big pass breakup there. Stops the clock. Third and 15, 1:15 to go. Need to get up to the 35. Snap, back to pass once again. It's a screen for Manley with blockers up to the 30 and taken down just shy of the first down marker.
And they're going to give it to him.
Oh, yes, they are. Huge play on the wide receiver screen. A great call from Coach Capone. Play clock going once again. Snap, back to pass right side. Finds Anson. Anson dances out of bounds at the 43. A pickup of 2 there for the senior out of the backfield.
Looks like they'll spot it around the 38, partner.
Clock stops at 57 seconds left. Last year was Josiah Hussey with a game-sealing interception. Walker Powell trying to make it a different story this year for Weddington. Snap, looking across the middle. Oh! Manley and a huge hit. Nearly intercepted, and now a flag comes in. Ramir Harris delivers the hit. And Manley down in a ton of pain. Everyone comes roaring out to help him. And he gets up pretty quickly. That is a good sight to see.
It's great to see him. He's going to have to. He's trying to get back in the huddle, but he has to. I think
He'll have to go to the sideline one play.
They're going to call targeting on this.
I think you're correct. Officials conjugating right now. Coach Brown having a conversation with Tristan Wardlaw. We'll see what the call is here. And it is going to be a targeting call against Grimsley. So that'll bring Weddington first down in Worley's territory, down to the 47 right hash, 51 yards, or excuse me, 51 seconds to go. Through receivers left side, one to the right. Powell barks for the ball, back to pass, looking left side, slings it, one-on-one coverage. E.J. Davis nearly clinches the game for the Whirlies, but it goes through his hands. Just high-pointed it as they were looking for K.D. Cotton streaking down the left side, and now Manley can return to the game. 2nd and 10, 45 seconds remain.
For a brief moment there, I thought that they had man coverage down there, and then I saw the safety creep into the picture.
Cotton had him beat, but the junior breaks up that pass. Through receivers left side, one to the right once again. Walker Powell claps for the ball. Back to pass, looking across the middle. Overthrown, intercepted. E.J. Davis clobbered at the 45. It's over. Back-to-back regional championships for Grimsley.
Most valuable player for the Whirlies tonight, anybody who played a snap on defense. What an answer every time bad stuff would happen.
E.J. Davis gets his 2nd interception of the night. The Whirlies will kneel it out with 38 seconds remaining and head back to the state championship. Victory formation. And all you have to do is watch the seconds tick down once again. Deja vu of last year, an overthrow across the middle, and it's the strong safety E.J. Davis coming up to make the play. He gets his 2nd interception of the night, moments after nearly getting it the play before. The Grimsley Whirlies are back-to-back regional champions as they take down the Weddington Warriors. Your final score in the Gate City, 13-7 Grimsley over Weddington, and a date in the state championship coming up.
And now we wait to see if it's, I guess it's Kenan Stadium?
No decision yet, but I can't imagine it's not.
So all is good in North Carolina right now, at least if you're in the West and you're in the Piedmont Triad region. The Whirlies win. Reidsville